Well, hello to Peruvers fiskeflyr. Tomorrow I'm gonna go out and catch some sea trout. I ain't got much time because I came back from holiday yesterday. So I want to teach you guys how to make a quick shrimp pattern, easy and fast to tie up. If you are in a hurry like me, I have to tie up some of those during this evening. So, well, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna tie this little simple shrimp. Well, I start with put the hook in a vise. The hook is this kind, Caddy's Emerger, size 10. And I'm also gonna use some thread. This is a type of olive thread I got left. I don't sure what kind it is. I think it's Semperfly. And for the rib, I'm gonna use some 0.2 millimeter gold wire from Semperfly. And I'm gonna use some dubbing I made myself. This is some olive dubbing with some flash in it. And to cover it all up on the shell, I'm gonna use some Gorilla Glue on with the dubbing needle, like that, just to cover it up. And just to comb it out, I use this patina comb from Stonefall. Very fond of this. This also has a comb on the end. Well, of course I use some scissors and stuff, but that's not important. Well, I start with attaching my thread, like that. Just tear it out. And now I take my wire, attach it, I put it on a spool just for the ease of it. Attach it, like that. Just wind it. You know, this type of fly, guys, this is so simple that everybody can do it. So why do we make fly tying so difficult? I don't like it. This fly is gonna be fast, efficient, like that. Well, I start with winding the hook back to the hook eye, because I'm gonna go back and forward again. And take some dubbing out, put it on the thread, fair amount, like that. It does help that this dubbing is a little bit spiky, because when you comb it out, it's going to be the legs for this little shrimp pattern. Well, now you just wind it backwards, like that. Help with your fingers. And be sure to make the ends a little more pointy, if I might say. Don't a thinner ends on this, like that. Just wind it up. The most shrimp patterns is thicker on the middle, so make a little bump on the middle. Just not so much, but just a little one, like that. Remember, this is an easy fly to tie. So the guys who's after the difficult flies, look away. Look away. This is an easy fisherman's fly. Well, now just to avoid that thread is slipping out on the hook eye, I just make a half hitch with my fingers, like that. Just to mention, when you're using half hitches and half hitches with your fingers, it helps that this thread is not waxed, because it's easier that way. Well, now you take your wire and just wind it around this dubbing you dubbed on the body. Make some spaces between the wraps, like that. and you take your thread. Just you can also take wire a little back like that and just helicopter it off. Whoop. There it is. And to cover this little double up with the wire, you can just take on some more dubbing like that and just cover it all up like that. And just to make it, take a little half inch, and I use a little more tool here. I have this this half inch tool from Loon. It's easy that way when you're lack of space. Voila, there. Well, now I'm gonna show you a little trick. Before you cut this thread, you comb it out, because sometimes when you just cut the thread, you make a whip finish and everything, and you comb it out, you see this thread unwraps. That will not happen if you just wait a little bit. You take your comb, you see now you get these nice little legs here. Not so much, but just a little. Just a little. You can also cut the longer legs, because the legs should be adjustable. I think about just to this hook there, down to there. Now you can take your scissors and cut your thread. You don't want this to unravel. And some take a lighter and burn off this top here. I don't do that. Maybe I can a little bit if I can find a lighter. Just take your fingers easily, just to take the bumps and lumps that's sticking up and try to get rid of all the soot. Well, now you take your glue. You don't need to use this Gorilla Glue. You can use a lacquer or anything, but I have this, so let's see if the point is not clogged up or anything. It is. It's been a while since I've been used this glue now, so I just have to take off the cap and just put my dubbing needle onto it, and just take your fingers and put a little on this top here. Take a little more on the top. This will seep in a little bit and enforce this little creature that will surely catch some sea trout for you. Well, it might not be the prettiest fly in the box, but I assure you it will be one of the most efficient. And also, when the water is getting warmer, you have to use some more colors that match your insects. Early in the sea trout season, you can use some lively colors: pink, orange, chartreuse, and so on. And like that. You have that. Okay, let's put the cap back on so it don't harden on me. Now I take my scissor and just snip off the extended hairs. Just do a fairly good job of it. Be sure not to catch all this glue that's on top. You see now, It looks like a mess, but you can, if you want, put this in the dryer or just leave it in the wires like that, and it will cure, and you can put another layer of it. Or if you have epoxy or a UV resin, you can just do the whole procedure in one go. Well, there you have it. Very nice little olive scud, sea trout food, shrimp. I'm gonna tie up some more of those and go out fishing tomorrow, and hopefully I catch some sea trout. Okay, hope you like this little video, and be sure to comment your put your comments on the YouTube. I like that, makes me happy, well, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and hit the notification bell, and you'll always get the latest video from me. Bye, and tight lines.